Hello everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another video about Assassin's Creed, possibly Assassin's Creed Syndicate, kind of in a way, just a little bit, not really, but Tyler made a video, which I'll link down in the description. You go check out his theory for the Precursor / Ezio's box. He made a video on this, and I thought I ought to make a video, because I've kind of got a little theory going on about it myself, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So, I haven't done a theory video in a while, so it's fitting. But anyways, we're going to jump right into this, so here we go. So, a little backstory on the box. It's the box that Ezio gave to Shao Jun at the end of Assassin's Creed Embers. She then took the box back to China with her and stayed with the Chinese assassins till about 1600, maybe like kind of early 1600s, and then you don't see anything from the box until 1735, where Adewale finds it from some French pirates in the Freedom Cry DLC. And then it makes its way to the colonies, and then we just know that now it is in the hands of Sturgo, which are the modern-day assassins. If you want to find more about the box's history from the point where Ezio gave it to Shao Jun, then you can go check that out on the wiki. You can go check it out in Tyler's video, because he explained it way more in depth than me, but I want to go into depth about my theory about what could possibly we could see from the box later on, but also how the box got to Ezio in the first place. It's a theory that I don't think we're probably ever going to get kind of told to us by Ubisoft, so my theory is probably the closest we're ever going to get to it. So I want to talk to you guys about Joan of Arc. She's kind of like a big part of my theory. So she fought for the French during the 100 Years' War, which began in 1337. Because she was female, she wasn't allowed to fight in the war, so she dressed as a male, and ultimately towards the end of the war, she was burnt at the stake, which is great. So Joan of Arc had the Sword of Eden. Not too sure how she got it, but she did have the sword, and she could have possibly had the box with her, which I'll explain more about in just a minute. So, however, on one of her journeys, she actually passed through this place called Ambroise in France, which is coincidentally the same place that Leonardo da Vinci spent his last years before he died. Now, if you read the Assassin's Creed Revelations book, which is all about Ezio. It's about Revelations, but it goes more in depth, like before Revelations, after Revelations, before Embers, kind of thing like that. In 1519, Ezio and Machiavelli went to Ambroise to see Leonardo as he died. Now, Joan of Arc, she took the artifact with her to Paris. She was going to give it to the assassins. Now, could she have had the box with her? Because we know what the box does is it reads First Civ manuscripts, it reads the maps and stuff like that, and also the way to activate it is with an electrical charge. Now, the first time this managed to be done, that we know about the first time it ever happened, was with Benjamin Franklin in, when was it, the 1750s. Benjamin Franklin activated the box by using the electrical impulses from the lightning with Shay in Assassin's Creed Rogue, and that is the first time we've ever seen it been activated. However, we know that the Sword of Eden gives off these electrical charges. Now, could the Sword of Eden and the box together kind of be the key to getting it to work? Because obviously, you couldn't use electric before the 1750s, like when Benjamin Franklin first did it. So the only way for them to get it to work would probably have been with the Sword of Eden. So it makes sense for Joan of Arc to have the sword and have the box and taking them both to France. However, possibly to hide them, she could have left the box in Ambroise and also taken the sword to Paris, which is obviously where Arno ended up finding it. However, the box, which seems to end up being in France a hell of a lot of the time, could have been left in Ambroise, which is where Leonardo ended up when he was kind of like, old. So maybe either Leonardo knew where it was, or when Ezio went, Ezio then found the box. But either way, Ezio got the box from Ambroise and took it back to Italy with him. This is my theory about how Ezio got it, obviously. However, so the thing with this is Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Unity, Rogue, they don't seem to tie together properly as like they sort of come together. But however, Syndicate could be the point where all these games come together properly. So the sword was shown in Assassin's Creed Unity, and the box was in Assassin's Creed Rogue. Now, those two seem to come together really nicely. Now, they could do something in Syndicate to bring these two things together. It makes sense because Napoleon supposedly had the box in Dead Kings, because you see it in one of his chests. He has the box there. It looks just like the box, and if it is the box, it makes sense for the box to then end up in England, because Napoleon became the Emperor of France, and he led loads of battles, but he was defeated by the English, and it makes sense for English to have then taken the box, because they imprisoned him in England. So it makes sense for the English to then taken the box, which then possibly like a few years later, I think it's probably like, what is it, like 80 years later, something like that, Jacob could then find the box, and everything seems tied together between the box, France, and the sword. So, you know, this is kind of my theory. It's kind of like random bits of information, because it makes sense for the sword to use the electrical charge to use the box, because they couldn't have used electricity before that point. And it makes sense for Joan of Arc, if she's taking the sword, if those two together are pretty well tethered together, it makes sense for her to take the sword and the box together. Obviously, this isn't certain, but it makes sense, and it also ties things together and makes sense why we're going to be in London in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. If Ubisoft do it correctly, they can easily tie together all of the stories that we've got from Unity, Rogue, and then obviously Syndicate, and then that will also leave a lot for the modern day. So finding the box, stopping the Templars from getting the box, because what the box does, it allows you to read the manuscripts, and in Rogue, they read the maps and the manuscript to lead them to these temples, and they're seismic temples, which when tampered with, it causes huge earthquakes, because they're the temples that are holding the earth together. So maybe that's how it's going to end up in the modern day, but I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think of my theories? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and obviously go check out Tyler's video, because he has another theory over there. What do you guys think is going to happen in the modern day with the box? Because honestly, I don't know your guys' theories for that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Smack that like button if you enjoyed. Comment down in the comments below like I've already said. And subscribe if you are new for more Assassin's Creed videos. And I'll see you all next time. Bye! Great crowds charge over the hills, but these cities had enough. But if we turn and fight, does it almost feel like we will never fall? And if we unite, we can take this fight straight to their castle wall.